Hello, everyone. I just want to say this in this video. Stop sharing the gospel and stop telling other people to share the gospel. Even if you're using this terminology of share the gospel, I would say stop. Stop using that terminology. It is problematic. Why? Because it fails to capture what it means to evangelize when we look at both the Old and New Testaments. You see, in the Bible, when it talks about evangelism, it's talking about an authoritative declaration or an announcement. It would be this idea of a herald or a person who carries a message, who goes into a town or goes to people and say, hey, I have a message for you. Here's the message from the king. He's not asking for permission, or she. He's not trying to see who's going to be open to the king's message. He's just going to spread it. He's just going to announce the message. But the problem with just saying share the gospel is that we're just looking for people who are open. It gives this idea of giving something to someone who only wants it or who only has a perceived need of it. Or it's this idea of the herald, which is the Christian with the message of the gospel, having to ask for permission in order to tell someone about Jesus. But that's not the call. Jesus said in Matthew chapter 28, therefore, go into all the world and make disciples. And he tells us that all authority has been given to him. Now, if the king who has all authority, which is Jesus, or who is Jesus, tells us to go into the world and make disciples, and tells us in Mark 16 to preach the gospel to all creation, by virtue of his authority, the permission's already been granted. The permission comes from the one with all the power. It doesn't come from the people who we're bringing the message to, because he has authority over everyone, even if they don't recognize it. So we are to go. We are to declare. We are to announce. We are to proclaim his kingship and his death and resurrection and how he delivers us from the rulership and slavery of sin, and how he's our king now, and that we can receive this king by faith. So next time you're in a conversation with someone about the gospel, and you're talking about spiritual things, you're talking about church, you're talking about the afterlife, just tell them the message. Just declare it. Just say it. Don't say, do you have a few minutes for me to share? Or do you have a couple of minutes for me to share? Are you interested in me sharing? No, just tell them about Jesus and what he's done on the cross and who he is as king. Don't be afraid. Don't fall into this cultural pressure. And I believe that if we adopt this mindset as heralds, right? We're people who carry a message and we announce a message to the world, that'll help us to be bolder in our evangelism. We'll have more opportunities in our evangelism. And we will, as a result, probably see more people come to Christ. So don't be afraid. Go out and announce it. Have a great day. Bye-bye.